Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Good morning, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh, I'm in love. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, morning, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Oh, Krishna. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Hey, Tom, welcome. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Thanks for using.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yeah, I just love this song. I love everything that happens here, you know. I like even the problems. You know, the problems are fantastic, man. Everything turns into more understanding and more bliss. I just love this. People say, when the devotee was saying, how can you have so much faith in that? That, you know, how can you say that? Well, because I see it over and over again. You know, like sometimes devotees have a problem. So it's really good because it helps us get more and more clear. What is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? What is this bhakti? You know, that's very important. It took me years, you know. I was worshiping the Lord in ecstasy. I still had problems sometimes. I still misidentified. You know, I believed in people and gurus that were telling me, no, it's this, and you don't have it. I have it. And then I have to go and check it out. And, you know, and then maybe Jesus had more than this. And, you know, I have to kind of take an excursion. But I had that mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Jesus, you know, like from 1970, from Jesus, 73. And then 1980, Lord Chaitanya's mercy. And still, you know, there's growth and development. And so what devotees need to do is get really clear on what is this mercy and how it works and how this special incarnation works. Most 99.9% of them don't understand this. They don't understand. They're looking at the Vaidhi perspective. They're looking at the Siddha, trying to attain Siddha. Siddha is perfection in their bhakti by sadhana and by austerities and by renunciations. And so this is sometimes bleeds into what we're doing, because when you start saying, you know, Gohari, he's a Paramahamsa and all that stuff, you know, people start to think, well, okay, now we got to chop it up and say, you know, this is, you got to be perfect, you know, you got to be like the Pope, you know, on a candlestick, you know, and put up there with the robe, you know, and looking perfect, you know, like that. And then you're, you know, some external ideas, because it's external bhakti, it means external ideas. Lord Chaitanya came to distribute the internal potency. It's all in the book. I mean, you know, I have to repeat it over and over again. It's all in the book, man. The Lord Chaitanya was thinking, chapter 4, Adi Lila. Lord Chaitanya was thinking, or Krishna was thinking when he disappeared, you know, for a long time I have not given this bhakti to the general populace. I have not given pure devotional service to the general populace of the variety of I have not given this gift. It says right there, gift of pure devotional service to the general. General, that's, you know, you and I. If you come in the real line, okay? You know, comes the electricity, comes down the line. You ever heard they call them electrical lines? Lines? Are you in an electric line? Oh, yeah, I'm in the line. Yeah, you feel any electricity? Well, a lot of ceremonies, a lot of rules. I don't know what kind of electricity comes. It's kind of hard work, you know. Here you feel electricity coming through the line. You notice the line is live. You know, you see these live wires, when they come off the pole, they start going all over the place because they got so much energy in them. That's this kind of bhakti, my friends. Okay? So I'm here to once and for all settle this. What is this real bhakti? You know how much benefit that all these gurus, all of them, every one of them, all the way from Narayan Maharaj down, could benefit from understanding what's being spoken here? Because they never talked about it. They only talked about many lifetime stuff. I talk about this lifetime and do it. There's so much potency and power here that to do what they could not do. And it's not on my own, man. That's just what we've done. Proof is in the pudding stuff. Don't you like that? Path calls proof is in the pudding. There's pudding here, man. It's thick and tasty, sweet pudding. So there's some authority here. Wouldn't you say just logically? The best of the gurus, allegedly, you know, they say, oh, many lifetimes before you're going to get this prema, and you guys are getting prema now. Well, who is the real authority here, would you say? I mean, I'm just asking. I'm just, what is the false ego? Just what to inquire? What is the most logical line of thinking? What is the most clear line of thinking? What is most ecstatic line of thinking type thing? Yeah, so back to this bhakti. So Lord Chaitanya said, for a long time, I have not given this Vraj bhakti, this gift, 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 gift. Let me repeat it a couple more times. Gift, gift, gift of Vraj bhakti to the general people. General, 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 general. You notice we have general people like Lalita Ganga, a lousy housewife, can't even fold a towel. She gets it, you know. And then look at the Amy coming, she's really faith in what we're doing, loves what we're doing, she's getting something. Giving this kind of bhakti, what this bhakti is, first steps with appreciation, like, whoa, this is really nice. Boy, I feel like I'm getting a meal. I'm really eating something. Yeah. See, so it's given here. So people like some even in our Sangha, and this is good. I'm glad it drives up the questions or the problems that happen here. I love it. I think it's great, man. Thank you very much for the problems. Thank you for those who are causing problems. Because there are problems all have solutions. See? So we just the solution is just the truth, man. And it's good. We get more clear what bhakti is and how to get it. And this is good for the world. When they start taking our discourses seriously and see the real authority is here as we do the work, man. The Lord is authorizing. My authorization is not a dhoti, man. It's a T-shirt that says Idaho on it. It's not the real authority. The real authority is truth, man. Truth, that ecstasy is really here. Pure ecstasy, pure love of God that Lord Chaitanya came to give to this world is here. Regardless, you guys we're following the line of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. It's right there in the book. Why not follow that line? It's the best line. It's the perfect line of thinking. You want to follow the Vaidis? Well, is Gohari Paramahamsa? I don't know, man, because he wears a T-shirt or he doesn't follow perfectly, or he likes to eat a good meal, or he has a beer once in a while. It's been a while. Well, actually, I just had one the other day just to be social. I didn't like it, actually. My vibration's getting too high. This just dulled me. I don't like this. Put it down. It's good. See, this bhakti will raise your vibration. After a while, you don't like these things. Just naturally, you don't have to be artificially austere. When you get this bhakti, the thing is, then you can relax a little bit, be yourself, and learn. You just keep drinking, man. This is what it's about, man. Keep watering this bhakti lata bij and tasting the nectar of associating with Krishna, man, more and more and more. It's just so addicting, so wonderful, so ecstatic. You know who your real lover is, man, and who loves you and who you love. Yeah. So the Lord is given this in the line. You wonder, okay, well, how was it when he gave this bhakti to the people in general? Did they just, look, there was a pum blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden they're perfect and they didn't do anything and their shit didn't stink and all this stuff? No, he gave it to the general populace as they are. He can do it. He wanted to do it, so he did it. But you kind of had to get it from him or his devotees. You come in the line. The electricity is with them. The electricity is here in this sangha, man. That kind of electricity with those kind of things. You get it, and then you just keep relishing it. And then you may have problems from your past. Like here, we just had a recent person has a history of this happening, this stuff, and then she has to sit there and figure out what is the difference between that and this, because there's a difference, obviously, and she said, I got to figure it out. And then, you know, she thinks she's purifying the Sangha, and in a sense, she is, in a sense, just not the way she thinks she is, but just by being, that, and it drives the devotees who have doubts naturally in there, drives the doubts up. You see how it all works for the benefit, man. Then the doubts come out here, and then Gohari resolves them. See, problem, reaction, solution. Same thing. See, we work like the government does. Same thing, but a different benefit. This one's transcendental benefit. Their problem reaction solutions work in destroying the world. That's just what they do. It's just because this is time, a cycle problem. We got to create a problem, and there's a reaction, and then there are solutions, and they're not good. They're destructive. So Krishna here creates the problems just naturally, and the devotees, they're, going through their stuff, and then there's reaction. Oh my God, what's going on here? Oh my God, oh, this is terrible. Oh, this person, I don't know. I lost faith, losing faith. That's great. Then Gohari Das, because that's his job, comes up with the solution. He's the government here. You notice? You have to have a manager, a government. He comes here, the Lord says, gives him the solution, give him this. And does it result in destruction? No, building the kingdom of God here, building the real truth here, making it really clear what this is all about. Isn't that great? Problem, reaction, solution, perfect in a good way, no, transcendental way, to build the kingdom of God way. See, it's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. He's giving it as you are. And so they're going to expect it. And it's not about, oh, well, I don't know if that bhakti is real because that person's having a problem. No, that bhakti is real. And they're just part of, just working things out because the Lord ain't waiting for you to be perfect. Haven't you read Chaitanya Charitamrita? Well, most people have, but they still need to hear this. You notice? Well, this is the Lord blessing us all with more revelation and more understanding about his mercy path. This is what the Vaishnava, this is a great thing. I'm so happy this happened. This is all, how do you say everything is under, well, this is why I see over and over again, I see it under Krishna's direction. I can't help it. I see everything that happens here ends in bliss and ends in deeper understanding. Have we not proved that just now? Oh, hasn't it? Can you actually say, well, you know what? I think I get more clear about how this bhakti works now. Wow, that mercy of Lord Chaitanya is extraordinary. He's giving it to people. And this ISKCON and all these devotees, Gaudiya Samita, they think you got to attain this in some other way. Not the way we preach, because the way we preach works. People attain this bhakti. But the way they preach doesn't work to attain this bhakti. Okay? The way we do it works. The way they are doing it doesn't. So, what do you want? Thick pudding or watery? It's a little bit watery over there, wouldn't you say? You like the thickness here? Thick mercy. You like that? Laying on thick, man. Just you can go out in life, man, and you may have your little attractions here and there and all that, but still, the mercy of God. You got the Holy Spirit living inside you, man. You open your mouth, and there Krishna is, and Radha also. Living in your temple, purifying any little discrepancies that they don't get. Because they don't believe in this. They don't believe in this mercy being dispersed here. Well, too bad for you. Could be good for you, but too bad for you until you understand what is going on here. Because like Haridas Thakur says, very hard to understand where, when, and how, and through whom your transcendental mercy is working. And that's here. And we'll prove it's here day after day after day. Why? Because Radha and Krishna don't seem to leave us because we don't leave them. Therefore, I won't leave you. You'll have to leave first. You notice the people, the devotees, they have to leave first. I don't leave them. You could leave by changing your mind, thinking that you know, what's better, and you're whatever you're doing, and it doesn't feel right, man. It's not vibrating here, man. I learned enough to know what is right and what is wrong according to Radha and Krishna's right and wrong. Yeah. So anyway, that's the bottom line, and hopefully that gets it more clear on what is this mercy. This bhakti is here, it's very real, and it's working in the lives of devotees as they are. And they just, going through their spaces, and that's going to be expected. And, I was chanting, and Lord was showing me all this stuff. He always does. That's why I love this path. That's why I love Radha and Krishna, because they've been the best Shiksha gurus to me. And they're in their books, Prabhupada's books, man. I was just thinking about Jesus, thinking about Prabhupada, thinking about these little scriptures, all of them, the Bible and this. And they've been the best instruction that I've ever had from anybody anywhere. It showed me how to be instructed by the world, and what the world teaches and everything. Yeah, it's dependable, really dependable. And has given me everything, just everything, literally. And I love it. I love teaching this to others. Those who will, come along, you'll get this. Otherwise, you have faith in drugs, ayahuascas, and all that. Okay, well, fine. Go do your little things. You have faith in Jaipataka to deliver you, or Radhanath, and go ahead. Faith in Narayan Maharaj to deliver you after. Well, you're only as good as your word, right? Isn't that what they say? It's true. What is the word? Many lifetimes before you get this prema. Well, you're going to believe it. Okay. He did what he did. I mean, he inspired a lot of devotees, actually. A lot of people that left bhakti came back because of him. And it's always progressive. The Lord is working through everybody at different levels and different ways. But how would you like to get on this train? How would you like this way, man? This way is fast. This is quick. It's amazing. Amazing. For the Vaishnavas, this is amazing. So anyway, the Lord was giving me an image today because, I'm learning about this crypto thing. Boy, it's kind of fun, but it gives me a headache too sometimes. It's all this stuff you get. But it's like with this bhakti, it's kind of like a crypto chart. You look at a crypto chart, and at first there's a straight line for a long time, usually. And in other words, it's not making anything. There's no profit going, so it's going down the line. It's a coin. Nobody knows about it really. It's just somebody just put it up there, but if that coin is actually good, and then it reaches a place where people like really discover it, and then they promote it. See, then they promote it, and then all of a sudden it goes boop up. See, so it does this volatile thing. So first it goes up, and then what happens for a while, and then it goes boop down, and that's a good thing. Now it's achieved a volatility of going up. Finally, it's going up. It's not just going like this. This is Vaidhi Bhakti. It's just kind of going like this, down the line, straight line, not going at maybe a little oop, a little burp, burp, little burp, burp. Yeah. See? So what's going to cause it to go oop, like up, like this? All right, what's going to cause it is, first of all, it runs into the bona fide spiritual master. Okay? See? Who promotes it? How does it get promoted? This is the great secret. Jesus revealed it, actually. Lord Chaitanya also. See? So that you're that little coin going down there, and you go a little burp on the little blip, little blip, little blip. And then you meet the bona fide spiritual master, and he promotes it to who? He promotes it to the Lord. He says, "Hey, man, this is this person's. This has come in contact with a very wealthy person. See who can promote this." That's really the guru. They're the most wealthy persons in the world. Yeah, I got more wealth than Trump. You think Trump is richer? All of them combined, I'm more rich than all of them. They got nothing. They're poor boys, man. This is the wealth, man. They got the gold. I got the golden goose. Both of them. And I just put those two goose together and I just enjoy the show. There's two. There's male and female golden gooses who present, all the opulences come from them. I got those two, man. They got all just the little diddly squat that comes from them. All the universes come from who is my prized possession. I'm telling you the truth. Prove it every day, don't we? Yeah. See, so it runs into a wealthy promoter. See, and that's the bona fide spiritual master who promotes to the Lord. Don't promote it to people. This isn't going to promote it to the world and get all the people behind it. No, we get the Lord behind it, man. See, and that's how because now you get spiritually promoted to the Lord. You're promoted spiritually, and now your life is successful. You go boop way up. But then there's the volatility. You're going to go up and then down, but not quite as far down as you were. And then you're going to go up again, and then you kind of go like that. You notice that, people? But that means, oh man, this coin is valuable. That's why Bitcoin is so valuable. It's volatile like this. And it increases in value more and more. It keeps getting more and more valuable. That's bhakti, man. Spiritually, that's what we're doing here. It gets to the point, there might be some little, things, or it may reach a steady level on the higher dividend, and the higher profit level, which is this pure devotion. You might become a Rupa Goswami or something, and you're not doing that so much, just like that, But hey, man, that's why you come here, man. You're going to do the boop. You're going to go up and become volatile, and your bhakti is going to continually to rise. You may hit the little thing when you have a problem, like we had with somebody the other day. Just hit a little boop down. But I tell you, you'll see, man. I tell you, man, my Lord ain't going to let you go. Especially anybody have problems that's really sincere here. It'll show that's your glory, man. You get through it. Look at Lalita, her glory, she got through it. Yeah, it shows that she really wanted Krishna. Well, even though Radha and Krishna maybe handle her a little roughly, sometimes, or Guru, oops, well, sorry, handle the microphone roughly here. Yeah, so yeah, isn't it great? Aren't we on a great journey, man? Isn't this a nice place to be? Yeah, where you have this kind of thing. So there's going to be some volatility here, and it's expected. So, what are the characteristics of one who has ecstasy? How to distinguish from material? That's good. We got Bonnie on the rope. He's got him hooked. He wants to know now. He wants to be clear. I don't blame him, man. That's great. Okay. How to distinguish from material pleasures? Is it true that whatever we do, Krishna is behind it directly? Yeah, it's true. But yeah, okay, but not see, like we have one devotee that's had a little problem right now. But it's not really a problem. It's part of a growth experience. It's important, So anyway, the person says, it's just Krishna talking to me and telling me to tell you this. And you're thinking, I don't know, man. Doesn't sound very clean to me. It's Krishna making me shout at you, right? Oh, it's a rat. Spit poison. It's Krishna doing it. Well, yes and no. But still the result will be there because it drives the devotees deeper. It drives them. You get an experience. You get to wrestle with this. You notice? You're wrestling. Now you got to, figure it out, just it triggered you, Like Lilita in her class today was saying, I, can handle the stuff coming out there, but when it comes from within, oh, it gets me sometimes. Well, anyway, Krishna will get you anyway from the outside, inside, whatever ways. All see, Maya actually works to our benefit now. She's saying she's looking at all these weak places and helps us shore it up. This is part of, what do you call, like when a fort is being attacked, we got a fort going here. So there's weak spots, and Maya's helping us shore them up. So she'll attack a weak spot, okay, from within sometimes, like a little Trojan horse gets in there and yeah. But to shore it up, you see, everybody like this whole discussion's all about that. How to distinguish bhakti. The weakness here in the Sangha is not being clear how this bhakti is. How can these ordinary people get this bhakti? Because the Vaishnavas have not distinguished this. It was not clear. It's not clear. I mean, none of them have as clearly distinguished this as we are doing. But that's the way it works. It's progressive. This bhakti is the greatest secret of Radharani. Radharani is Krishna's greatest secret. Greatest secret. Do you think it's going to be so easy to get clear about this? Takes some time. So, okay, let's see. The question is, what are the characteristics of one who has ecstasy? Yeah. Okay. Characteristics is what you see here. What you see here is this ecstatic attraction to the Lord, and the Lord is giving it regardless of your being qualified or unqualified. If in your heart you're surrendered to what we're doing, you notice the people here. See, the way the Lord has the surrender process, because he's unmanifest now. So who is manifest here? The bona fide spiritual master, right? Bona fide, they're here. So who do they represent? They represent, Krishna says, well, I want you to represent me. So whatever they do to you, they're doing to me. You notice that? So that's why you want to know how this works is, yeah. So those who are becoming ecstatic, doesn't matter whether they were like in ISKCON or for 25 years or not, okay, or 40 years or no years. It's how is your heart surrendered here? In your heart, because you can't cheat this, you cannot artificially do it. If you're hearing long enough and this is bearing some fruit, you start to be more attracted to Guru, more attracted to their word, attracted to their ecstasy. See? So that ecstasy shows that the person, you notice the people that have this, look at Lalita, she has this ecstasy. Does she not have faith in Guru? She has tremendous faith. Does she not have faith in this word? See, look at the ones who are the most ecstatic. Don't faith in this word, faith in this ecstasy, faith in Guru. Oh, wow, look at this. See, regardless of what they are. Look at Govinda. It was just a simple milk cow, a milk, yeah, getting the milk out, milker, in the farm there, kind of, he was an alcoholic before that, just what is his qualification? Faith. His something touched him in the heart when he heard this word, and it bore fruit because of his faith in it. His gave him understanding and surrender to this path. You notice that's why he's blissful. That's why he's ecstatic. You notice that he ain't anything materially, but spiritually he's very close to Krishna, very close to Guru. Look at this. He loves his Guru. She loves her Guru. Why? See, so it doesn't matter what you are on this path. It's how much faith you've developed in who represents Krishna, because somebody's got to do it here. Oh, you have more faith in Jaipataka or Narayan Raj or Radhanath that they represent Krishna more now than what's going on here. Well, then you go to them, or Jesus, you go to him. or the minister, whoever it is, your teacher, Buddhism, you go to them. But those who come here, look at the result. Do you want what Lolita? I mean, the bottom line is, do you like what she's got? Do you like what Johan? Look at Johan. Johan, okay, he's been 25 years. Look at Janaki. They've been there for a long time. But don't they seem pretty ecstatic? And Johan especially? I mean, do you see that he has great faith in his guru? Great faith in this word. He used to get up at, he would set his clock according to the time I would give my classes, whatever, and then he was like that. He had great faith in this word, great faith in this ecstasy. Hey, and what happens? You become like that. So, what is the characteristics of one in ecstasy? Is what you see. What you see in Lolita is the characteristics of ecstasy. Okay, you have doubt, or anybody else has doubt. Well, you just have to figure, just keep hanging around, listen more, watch more. But if you're thinking, well, I don't believe that's ecstasy because she's not perfect, because she, may get angry sometimes or whatever it is, then you're not understanding how the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So keep listening more until you figure it out, because the Lord keeps giving us messages. I have great faith in this knowledge. I have great faith in this word coming out of this mouth because I've seen it. I've seen this mercy, how it works. I experience it. I'm, not a theoretical person. I've grappled with this stuff all my life in just this lifetime. So the more you associate with experienced devotees in them, and then you get, oh, okay, that's how the mercy works. So what else we got? How do you distinguish from material pleasures? Yeah, well, that's it, man. It's very simple. If you observe, say, like we got Lilith in front of her, say like Johan, for example, look at and Govinda, good prime examples. Look at Janaki also. Look at what is it in that? What is in that for them to come here? What is the material pleasures of doing this, of chanting and all? This is completely spiritual pleasure. That's what, and it causes that ecstasy, and the ecstasy is very addicting. Krishna is very addicted to ecstasy, and so are they. They can't live without it. I can't live without it. It's so pure, so purifying. Look at the classes Lalita gives after she has an ecstatic. Look at the classes I'm giving here afterwards. Where does this come from? This is because it's true Ananda that gives true chit knowledge, the essence of all knowledge, that clarifies even Lord Chaitanya's confidential mission that's being expressed here, that Prabhupada hid and Bhaktisiddhanta hid and Bhaktivinoda, they hid until now. They're revealing it. Prabhupada ordered me to do this. Krishna blessed it. My second disciple saw Krishna, literally. And Krishna says, because of your guru, he wanted this, get this thing that he's doing here rolling. What else we got? Is it true that whatever we do, Krishna is behind it directly or indirectly? Like persons, like they may say, yeah, it's Krishna. Yeah, they might be in the reflection a little bit, in another level and not seeing how it's working. They see, but don't see. So it's a little indirect still. Okay. Here, you notice they can't pull it off. Like, those, what do you call the UK group? They're kind of in this consciousness now, and they can't pull it off here. It doesn't fly, does it? It doesn't fly with you either. Not impressive. See, so if Krishna is really directly working through a person, you'll get it. You'll feel, oh, this is good. This is clean. It's not clean, is it? You feel it. I feel it's not clean. They say it's clean. Oh yeah, it's Krishna. It's another level, and I'm actually very happy for this because like River is just acting out Karuna's mentality that he wouldn't verbally express. He just do all these crazy things, all in the name. I'm a pure devotee like Gaurahari, and then probably better or at least equal Even though I say, oh no, I mean, no, inside, he's feeling like, oh no, this is pure. He acts really, no, I'm glad River's putting words to it. And he's getting sick of it. It's like, oh, it's humbling him. He's like being real more quiet now. You notice? He's saying, I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, let them eat that, for as long as they want. They'll get it. They'll understand that is not as clean as they think. It's unclean, actually. This is cleansing here. And, anyway, this is part of it. So in a way, they're serving Krishna like that. And look, it's resulted in a great discourse. I use everything for Krishna. I love it, man. Just, hey, man, anybody go flip out, do whatever you want. We'll have a great talk about it. We'll understand why, what is causing this for the benefit of the world. That's how it works. The Lord is using the devotees, and people, their problems and everything will get sorted out. That's what we're here for. Let's see. Pani says, yes, the higher value the coin gets. So it is about trust and faith and virtue. Yeah. Yeah, it's so like in Bitcoin, the same thing with the devotees, and we need to have faith in this mercy that Lord Chaitanya came to give. Even when he was ecstatic at first, people didn't believe it. They didn't believe this was something divine. They thought it was nuts, crazy, just like now. So, but he was, what do you call it, dedicated and committed to the truth. He knew the truth, even though so many didn't. And he had a lot more help than we did. Like thousands of devotees came, because when the Lord's incarnation comes, millions, thousands, millions come, or lots, because they're attracted to the Lord. And even when the devotee comes, devotees start coming. Maybe not as many, but devotees come. You notice the devotees coming here. Look how advanced they become very quickly. Advanced in bhakti. Yes, Johan and Janaki are someone that I can look up to. Even Lalita has helped me yesterday.
Even Lalita, unbelievable.
Yeah, even Lalita. Well, you got to get more ecstatic, Lalita. That's a good thing. You just got to go deeper, and then you'll catch up with them. Well, hey, man, you'll catch up. Don't worry. In due course.
She was helpful for once.
Don't worry, you'll get there, Lalita. No problem. See, but I always love to check yeah, that's good. I'm glad you do that. That's why it's good that all this has happened. It helps us all get more clear, about what's going on here. Otherwise, it's yeah, this is good for Lalita too. It's good for her to see how this goes.
Yeah, well, I'm the most hated one. I know that. I'm the one on drugs, and I can't tell.
Wait, well, hey man, the deeper your bhakti, the deeper the misunderstanding. It's great. It's good. Somebody's got to do the job. You don't think I was misunderstood? Oh my God, man. It's part of the thing, man. You don't think Lord Chaitanya was misunderstood? All devoted. Jesus was misunderstood. We're all misunderstood. It's all part of the program. But great is your reward in the kingdom. Okay. Krishna is misunderstood. Can you imagine he was blue? He lifted Govardhan Hill and did all these things. And then even in the kingdom of Dwarka, there were still haters there, Jarasandha and Shishupal. It's just not easy to understand this. But anyway, everybody, well, anybody coming here is very fortunate. Yeah, so I'm glad Pani has good questions. I'm glad, he's yeah, intelligent guy, and this is how it works. Yeah. Lolita sitting there thinking, what's going on? No, no.
Right.
That laughter is telling me there's a grand gradation of ecstasy here. If so, I'd like to know. Well, actually starts with usually with crying. You cry a lot. So Lolita cried a lot, and a lot of devotees cry a lot at first. But even before crying, you get very like attracted to the talks because it takes away your miseries. See, it's the process by regular classes and Chaitanya and Srimad Bhagavatam. And by service to the devotee, all that's troublesome to the heart is purified. And then Krishna awakens as an irrevocable fact. That awakening is the crying, like people, the child is born in the world, they cry, right? Yeah, well, the child is born here as Krishna and he cries, and it's putting out the fire of material existence. And then the laughter starts to come, and all kinds of shaking and calling out and wonderful things. The most wonderful. You're not of this world. You're born of the Word. You see, and it's always you got to be born of the Word. You got to hear from a born again person who is spiritually awakened. And that word awakens you when you develop faith in it. When you just like you become attracted to it. You like it's like you could see in the devotees here that come here and they're advancing and all this. And like Radhe yesterday is a good example. She says, "I just like to hear your word. I just like to hear from you. It makes me feel really good." Very simple, right? No, nothing rocket science stuff or you know but that's better than anything because if she continues to hear and stay with this, um, some devotees, if there's not deep root, they hear and they feel this happiness from hearing, right? But there's not deep enough root, and then they just go away. Maya just goes and grabs them, and they fly away. So it doesn't bear root. So don't be one of those there, Radhe. Just go on hearing, stay here, and go on hearing, and this will bear more and more fruit. Not only just feeling good, feeling ecstatic, and the tears will start pouring out of your eyes, and this holy laughter, and you're fit for the kingdom of God just by this ecstatic worship. More realizations come. You still may have some problems, like we devotees do, but you've already done that. See, now you're that Bitcoin, that coin, that token. You're just a token. You're going down the line, and in the Vitae thing, you just made a little blips here, and now you hit the fertile soil. Okay, and now you're going up. So, and you may, like you may have times, you're just going to be depressed and all this and then that's it. But hey, man, you went up. You feel the exhilaration from hearing from real devotees like Maharaj Parikshit. He was exhilarated too, and you're exhilarated. Now you're coming on the real path. And you may go a little bit, but not as far as it was before. And then you're going to go again because you hear in Sadhu Sangha. Okay? And now you're getting the water. See, it's like people now. See, we're all putting in money in this pot, just like people when they with the coins, they put in money like this, and they promoting. We're continually promoting to Krishna, and Krishna's promoting you also now, and promoting you literally. See, promotion means raising. See, the promotion is here now. You're in the promotion place. So stay here. Don't, otherwise Maya will promote you and all you do is go down. More and more illusion, more craziness, more depressions, more of that. Here, okay, you may be a little depressed and everything, but you're going to go another shoot up. And then, in this volatility, you're making advancement. You'll never go back down to that point you were. Unless you leave the path and then you just get covered up at the stage you were, and then maybe in another life, you meet the devotees again, and you start again at that point. But it gets covered, because there's no promotion going. You're not, the promotion is, you see coins, they stop when they stop, people get, they stop promoting it. But if you stay in, we just keep getting promoted. You notice promotion means you get more ecstatic, you get more understanding, you get more happy and bliss serving Krishna. Isn't that basically it? You're more happy doing this. That's the promotion. You're promoted to the kingdom of God. What more do you want than that? What is better than that? Trump can't go there. That's why I say that. Well, I got more wealth than them. They can't go where I'm going. They can't be where I am right now. Their consciousness is on a different level, man. It's not like this. They can't lift their followers up. Look at Trump. He has so many thousands of followers, but can't lift them to this plane, not even one. Matter of fact, let's put it on the guru thing. You got these gurus have thousands of followers in ISKCON and all these Gaudiya Samiti and everything. They can't even lift one disciple up to where we're bringing them. So where is the power really? And I only say this because, hey, man, there's a light here, and I'm not sticking a shade over it anymore. Whoever wants to know where is the real conclusive truth, where is the kingdom of God, and where the door is, they're going to know because I ain't keeping my mouth shut. And if you guys want to do some good work, don't keep your mouth shut and get to work, man. Start, putting these things out. Start showing that you're a real follower here. Put out some of these things, cut these things up, like Mathura says, hey, I'm going to put out your sayings. Yeah, come on, do something. You be some creative. Think about this instead of helping the homeless out there. Everybody is homeless here. Instead of going to ISKCON and washing their friggin' dishes and cleaning their toilets, get with this mission. Think about, Krishna will give you intelligence. Think about this mission. Don't think about, well, let me put up Prabhupada's sayings about 50 years ago of his preaching. Put up these sayings now that we're going, because we're promoting this. Krishna's promoting this. Prabhupada's promoting this. They're all promoting this. They're all behind this. So get out of the past and get with the now. Be here now with Krishna's mercy. And because we got the ball, man, the quarterbacks are here. Yeah. Does that make sense to anybody? Yeah, it's practical. Yeah, if anybody's, I don't know, my mind is all over the place. Well, get it here, and then it won't be all over the place. It'll be one-pointed. My mind is all over. Well, get to work, man. Get, do your, of course you can't chant all the time. I can't chant all the time. Do something, for the cause here. Yeah. And those who do will feel the bliss in that. I mean, it's not like the reward is there. You'd be more blissful, more understanding, more clarity, more happy in your heart. Yeah. So anyway, it's fun, isn't it? So this is great. See, what happens is always for the furthers the cause here. Yeah. So thank everybody. I thank everybody. Thank you for your part. Let's give everybody a hand. Hey, great performance. This we grow through crisis. Crisis is great. Crisis actors. Crisis action. They have crisis actors out there to destroy everything and to lie to you and cheat. Here we have crisis action going on here, cause a crisis here. Krishna doing it behind the scene. Doesn't matter whether the person may say it or not. It's always Krishna doing it for our benefit. We're going to learn something here. And you know why? Because we're steady in staying close under the skirt of Radharani. Transcendental skirt. See, because her feelings, that stuff is very important. Ecstasy, and it gives us a bond with Krishna, and he comes close and gives us all the understanding we need. Yeah. Yeah, the bhakti currency, after a while, it just skyrockets, man. Why not? Why shouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. The mercy is here. The mercy, just get it, man. Just don't
to question it, or I think are these guys qualified for it? Is this real bhakti? Well, you listen to more of these classes, because if you don't hear them, you're going to miss this mercy. You're going to miss this, this spike. They call it a spike in the crypto world. You want your spike bhakti to spike? Well, it needs water. It needs promotion. You come here. Krishna's promoting you. Literally. Krishna's promoting you by watering this bhakti. It's going to grow. Yeah, so come more. Maybe that's a little impetus for people. Don't be a stranger. Got all that out. Hey man, let's get this a little more chanting here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Bluetooth connected.
Actually, you know what? You can take
Thanks for using.
you can take your microphones off, and then we'll chant together here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama
Hare Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama Oh Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama Rama
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
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 Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama.
Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama
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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
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 Hare
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 Oh.
Rama
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare 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 Rama Hare
Rama
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama
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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama
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 Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Okay, okay, we're going to read something now. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Chapter 9 of Adi Leela. It says the tree of devotional service, the desire tree of devotional service. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim over a great ocean. Yeah, I mean, we got so much mercy from this Lord Chaitanya incarnation. You know, we got this ecstatic devotion and all this knowledge too, all these scriptures. Even a dog can swim over the ocean if you just take this mercy. You know, it's all here. We're in the line. That's why Prabhupada took such care to write the books and that we're preaching that word, man. Those words, those transcendental, confidential words. Even a dog can swim it over. But you know, if you're a big sannyasi, big guru with all these followers and everything, and you don't have this mercy, like here, you can't swim across. Isn't that amazing? You won't make it. You got to go like St. Francis when he had that dream. You know, the ones who made it across that river of Maya, illusion, were the ones on his back. You have to take the shiksha, man. If you're not an ecstatic devotee, you got to be honest. If not, what are you bullshitting? You're bullshitting the world. You're bullshitting yourself. You're a hypocrite and a liar and a cheater still. If you can't honestly say that you don't have the full mercy of the Lord, if you don't have this ecstatic grace and this mercy, and this is here in this world, you're just a block for this, for yourself and your disciples. You're just fooling yourselves. You're just a big fool. I mean, at least we're fools, but you know, the Lord has given us smarts to understand what is important. See? Lord Chaitanya is a spiritual master of the world. And we're teaching his principles, his most intimate principles about his mercy, because his mercy is here with us. And we're glorifying that mercy. You notice? We're glorifying that mercy, the path of mercy that he taught, that he distributed, that we distribute this path of mercy. People, you develop faith in this word and not the word of the Vaidis and the word of those trying to attain Krishna. We already got Radha and Krishna here. Can't you see? Are your eyes so shut? Are you so blind? Yes, you are. So we'll just have to force them open. Lalita will just have to keep crying and laughing and all that to show the mercy of the Lord is here, or Johan and whoever else. Yeah, that's because it's the spirit. Lord, our spiritual master is Lord Chaitanya. I'm teaching these principles from his books. That mercy is here. We're praising the mercy here. Why not? Why would I praise something less? Why would I praise Vaidhi Bhakti when this mercy is here and being distributed and ordered? Why would I do such a thing? That would be one backslider, man. I don't like even the word backsliding, man. Backslide. I've done that. I've been there, done that, man. I went back to Narayan. I went to Narayan Maharaj. He told me, "Oh, your bhakti is not really real. Come over here. I'll teach you what real bhakti is." He gave me a nice white bead bag and a white dhoti, and I was just nice and bland. I was great. Thank you, Narayan Maharaj, for giving me that experience of coming back to the, and I had a taste for Vaidhi, man. Man, it was nice. I followed the rules. I chanted one friggin' lakh a day, too. You know, and I was competing with the brahmachari in the other room in Vrindavan. I got up earlier, and he would get up earlier, and I got up earlier, and he get up earlier. So that was our ras, pride of who's a better devotee, who's bigger chanter. Been there, done that, man. I was nice and bland. Even my students, my disciples, they looked over there and said, "What happened to your realization?" Oh, I traded it in for this. See, I've done all these things. Personal experience. And people say, you see, he did this and he did this and he gave up Prabhupada, and he gave up Krishna, and he took Jesus and all this. And he did that and he did this and he did that. And yeah, I got a lot of experience behind my belt, man. Helps a lot. Helps my commitment. Helps my clarity. That's what it's all about. From all angles of vision, I'm into this. I've had it seen enough, done enough. Now we do the work. You see, steady. This is about people, you can go and flop all over the place. Bhakti or no bhakti or little bhakti, a lot of bhakti, and you start flopping. I'm going to stay here for you. I'll be here. A steady pole. Telephone pole. Keep the communication going. If a problem comes, I just turn it to Krishna. He's the one. He gives the info, man. He's Infowars.com. We got the communication going so we can knock the Maya down, Yeah. So yeah, Lord Chaitanya is a spiritual master of the universe, and we're teaching those principles, not the Vaidhi stuff. Not now. That's been done. Prabhupada did that. And now we're glorifying the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which is here. You show me another place where this kind of mercy is being given. And I'll show you a place where all I'll see are a bunch of rules and regulations being glorified. Show me one place where this is. It's either sahaja, and they're drinking their wine in the background and being stoned on that, or drugs. Yeah. Or go ahead. What?
But they can't preach. You can't preach when you're
No.
under drugs and
No. You have to be stoned on the name. The name is very intoxicating also. That's why it looks like they must be stoned, because it's intoxicating. It causes a transcendental madness that's madly wonderful. You become madly in love with God. That's why, who is this person loving? Man, I don't see anybody there. Well, you're lucky that person sees what's there. You see through the vibration, of the holy name. That's why you got to hear the mantra. People say, you don't need it. One of my ex-disciple left me one of the times. She says, oh, you never initiated me. Oh, really? Are you kidding? This is real initiation. Well, you hear dry mantras from dry gurus? That's initiation, you fool. Here are your juicy mantra, man. You see the honey? You can see it. You can hear the honey in it. That's initiation, man. That's you become attracted to Krishna by the attraction given by Guru. You start spiking in your crypto, and then Krishna is not so cryptic anymore. Cryptic, you can't understand. You can't open the crypt. The crypt is sealed. Here, we open that box, and Krishna pops out with Radharani. Not like a sealed crypt, with mummies in there. No, the big mommy and the big daddy are in there. That's Radha and Krishna, man. They pop out of the box just like the Jack in the Box. Woo! That's my Lord, man. Yeah, so the spiritual master of the universe, and we have to represent him, represent those principles. I've been ordered, Prabhupada. When I taught like this, like you see here, it's just more of that. That's what he said. Do more of that. That's this. More of this is more of that. But Prabhupada said, hey, man, you Prabhupada disciples, you get an order like that? There's more of that. And what was that? This. People becoming ecstatic, devotees. Oh, it has my full approval. Full. He didn't say my approval only, my full approval. You're doing exactly. Oh boy, that's nice to be precise. Exactly what I want you to do. Well, thank you very much for the order. I'll live on that one forever. I'll just keep that one on my head even after this life. Because he's my Lord, birth after birth, Jesus also. All Vaishnavas are actually. All real ones, Rupa Goswamis and all those persons. They're my family, man. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Yeah, see, there's this superhero thing, and they used that song, and they were all walking, together, and they were singing that song. It's a family affair. The superheroes. Yeah, that's how it is, man. Vaishnavas are superheroes. They can deliver you out of Maya, and nobody else can. That's a superhero. Not even Superman or Spider-Man can do that, can they? All they got is a big false ego, just like the demigods. Big false ego. Look at our planes, man. We fly through the sky. We leap tall buildings with a single bounds. We got all these mystic powers. Yeah, you don't got this power, man. You can't deliver people from birth and death, like we've proven already. Hey, man, I can boast about what's real, isn't it? Yeah, Krishna's working here. I'm boasting about that. Yeah. Radha and Krishna working here, man. I'll boast on it because it's true. Man, you come through this door and you really develop faith like these devotees got, you'll have a smile on your face like you see they have. It's nice to know you're delivered and to feel it and to know that you're not of this world anymore, because now you're of the spiritual world here. Oh, you are the prayer of Jesus manifest. Isn't that amazing? Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan, and you're that. You're everything, all the verses. Why? Because the Radha and Krishna live in your temple. And you see, I'm just a pujari, man. Yeah, Pujari's got their faults and everything, right? Pujari, they go home and they get regular. They got a wife and that and the kids and or whatever it is they got. But then they go to the temple and they worship Krishna. See? But we've got it even better than that. That's all Vaidhi, man. No, Krishna just says, hey, I ain't leaving this temple. Yeah. Radha and Krishna say, hey, man, we're lifers, man. You're a good provider, man. You go and think about us every day, man. You like us. You like who we are, man. You're the first fruits, man. Most people don't like us. They don't like this ecstasy, right, Lalita? They just don't. They don't understand it. They think they all kinds of speculations. They just don't like it. But you guys, Lalita, she likes being my pujari. She likes being Krishna's pujari and Radha's pujari. She likes sit there and let them worship in her temple, right? She just opens her mouth, chants they chant the mantras through her mouth, and she feels like she's doing it, and that's okay. They like that. Yeah, that's the yoga maya. You think you're doing it, man. It's actually, the truth is Krishna's the doer in all activities, right? But we don't even think about that because we're in Vrindavan mood. It's us chanting Krishna's name and loving Krishna. That's it, isn't it? Okay? We're entranced with Krishna. Krishna's entranced in this. Whoa, I finally got a devotee again. Oh, this is so great. I got another one. Oh, I get to taste this ecstasy, and they get to taste this happiness, and I get to taste the happiness of relating to them. I've been looking for this for so many lifetimes for them, and they finally found it. Their crypto is open now. They spiked up. From all those paths that lie upon Krishna like pearls on a string, they're all kind of like this, and little boop, 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 till you meet the bona fide guru, and then you go, get transcendental experiences. Yeah, all your miseries are uprooted more and more. You start to understand and relish the highest truth, devotional mellows. You are now wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. You can't dream any of this that you get here. A lot of people have their dreams, man. They're dreaming, I want to go here. This one lady, she came here and she's saying, I got this dream. I want to go to this place and that place and this place and that place. And the best place she's already found but can't see it. It's right here. And she could spike in her spiritual life. But yeah, still, people, they got to do all their little things. Well, I'll go take these drugs and then I'll spike. And then they just spike up just a little bit and then boom, crash. They got to pay more money for these drugs. You know how much it must cost to take these drugs here, to get these experiences? They got to take this ayahuasca. The shamans, it's a money thing, man. They're going to charge you, man, maybe $200, $300, $400, $500, maybe $1,000, who knows? Hey, I'll find out. But it ain't cheap. Nothing's cheap because all $1 on it, but doesn't work. It just gives you a little thing, and then you get hooked on that, and then you got to do it, and then your body gets destroyed after doing those things. Even Carlos Castaneda, his ally, his benefactor, his preceptor. That's like a guru. He said, to wake you up, I got to give you drugs. I got to give you peyote and all that stuff, but it's going to take a toll on your body. All these things do. Everything but this. This takes a toll on your spiritual body by awakening it. And your spiritual body can handle it more and more and more. And wants more and more and more. It's being fed now for the first time. You spike. See, you spike up now. See, you're lifted up. See, Guru, Sadhu, and the Shastras. Not only Guru, Vaishnava, Sadhus, and the Shastras. Well, actually, Shastras are the previous bygone acharyas that were here, the manifest. Now they're unmanifest, but they're manifest in their books. So we got Guru, Sadhu, and Shastras. Sadhus are also in the books and is the live ones here. How can you not spike? You got all the wealth you need. You got all the fruits and flowers to do the real puja now. This is the real puja. This is the living puja. This is internal bhakti. This is amazing grace here, man. This is the most valuable wealth any devotees in any of those groups can find, because here it works. Here is the prototype. There they still cannot prove they got the prototype. I don't care how many boasts they got. Oh, my Gurudev is so fantastic. Yeah, well, where's the bhakti, man? Where's the pure bhakti? Where's the ecstatic devotion being given to the low-class people like Nityananda gave? That's proof that Nityananda, that's no wonder Gaura Haridas can chant Nityananda's name and become ecstatic. He must be around, close. Nityananda was well known for giving this bhakti to even the lowest class person, just like here. I think Nityananda is working here. What do you guys think? Look at this. Pom-pom girls get it. Look at it. Even Tom's getting something. We're going to get him through all that. Anything he's got in his. You watch. Krishna will do a miracle. Just stay in the fire, man. Stay warm. Yeah. So I didn't get very far on that verse. The verse is juicy, man. All these verses are juicy. They're full of life, full of love, full of ecstasy, full of everything Krishna likes. His food, spinach, Popeye food. Isn't it funny? Popeye likes spinach. He got strong. And lo and behold, what is Lord Chaitanya like? Spinach. Shock is spinach. Isn't that funny? This is all Krishna, man. I'm telling you, the whole ball of wax is designed by the Lord. Even Popeye. Popeye ate his spinach and he got strong. Lord Chaitanya ate his spinach also. He became strong spiritually. What was his spinach? Spinach was cooked by devotees, only devotees. Yeah. He loved shak cooked by his devotees. He liked anything actually cooked by his devotees. That's our Lord, man. Actually, did you know this is a cooking class? We're cooking for the Lord. This is all cooking, man. The fire is here. You got the fire. You got the utensils. Yeah. You got the and the eating. So we got everything going here. We got the cooking and eating, the feasting. The whole thing is a internal ceremony. Very ceremonial.
And he delivers the honey and the milk.
Oh yeah, the honey and milk come. Yeah, definitely, all of that good stuff. Yeah. So all glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is known as Gaur Hari. All glories to Dvaita Charya and Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya, headed by Srivas Thakur In order to fulfill all my desires, I remember their lotus feet. What is his desire? He remembers them just to relish association. Transcendental association is so sublime. It's so wonderful to relish these devotional exchanges. That's all his desire. All my desires is one desire, just to associate with them. Lord Chaitanya is the combined form in Radha and Krishna. You got to have them both to be happy, really. You know, Radha's the Ras. See, Radha Rasa. She's the Ras, man. She's the devotion. She's the devotional potency. She's the real, attractor of Krishna. And if she lives is awakened in your heart, then you automatically get knowledge, automatically get information. This is what Lalita needed to learn. She, you don't give me knowledge, then the bhakti really comes. And then the knowledge comes just automatically. Isn't it nice? She looks at the book and can understand and relish. Ooh, and more bhakti comes, and more knowledge comes, and more bhakti comes, and more knowledge comes. Nice, Beth, eh? Goo, goo, goochie, goochie, goo. Fulfill all my desires. I remember their lotus feet. Isn't that what we do? We remember. You chant the Lord's name. You're remembering his lotus feet, man. You remember him because you remember your relationship with him. So you remember that, and then you're chanting that. You're hearing the vibration. See, the vibration is very important. Even your own voice becomes purified. So when you chant, it's not dry. You know how many gurus? I think there are a lot of dry gurus out there. I don't think they really like to chant. They don't like to hear their voice. When you're purified by those empowered by this bhakti, man, then you literally like to hear the sound vibration. Okay? And if anybody's lacking in that, it's just faintly faith. I'm glad this scenario happened because it drives up what's in the way of one's faith. They just don't believe in this bhakti. So, okay, hopefully we helped a little bit today for those who don't believe in this bhakti. Get some more faith in it and some more welcoming it, because that's where it's at. When you're like Lord Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya went to his gurus ecstatically drunk he wasn't drunk on drugs and alcohol. He was drunk on the name. And the Lord says, oh, I want to chant like that. I want this bhakti, like Lalita's class today. He's begging for this bhakti. Yeah, I want this bhakti. You've got the mercy. See, the thing is, you got to look who has the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Well, Lalita there, right there in front of you. I'll talk about her. She's got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. She's got this bhakti, man. See? You get it from those. It's just like the way I'm teaching Lord Chaitanya's path that they don't teach because they can't represent this path. Lalita got this bhakti here, right? It's just like the verse. You got to be the verse, man. You got to be a first fruit, man. Otherwise, this ain't going, man. This tree of devotion is not happening. Lord Chaitanya, he asked the person, just what we're talking about here. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya asked the father, is your son your father, or are you the father your son? Sounds pretty crazy, huh? Only crazy in the world if you're worldly, but it makes perfect sense when you're in devotional consciousness. Is conclusive and clear. And the way you get real bhakti, listen up there, ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Samiti. Listen closely if you got real spiritual greed, because this is the secret of all secrets. Every verse is a secret also. We'll just promote this one. We want you to spike. Are you ready to spike up? Or you want to go bloop, bloop, bloop and follow all your rules to the end of your days and then bloop, bloop, bloop. And you're just a nice, important devotee because you can chant 1 lakh of dry rounds. Or sometimes you get a little tear here and there. You want to spike? Develop faith in this bhakti. And anybody else in this sangha that still have doubt, when you develop faith in this bhakti that is real, and then you come to the devotees and say, and start acting nice with them, and praise them and praise their bhakti. Don't I? You wonder why I do? Because I know it's real bhakti, man. There was a time with Lalita, I saw it was a little mixed in there with some things, and I just took a little thing. I wasn't ready to praise things too much. I just, let's let it work out. Krishna was in there. He's the gardener, right? We work from the outside, he works from the inside, right? So yeah, he's doing his work. Never left her. You can ask her. Krishna was always there with her. Got her through all kinds of stuff. That's why he gets the most dirt. You notice? We get a little bit, and he gets a lot out, man. Those ecstasies, oh boy, do they purify. Radharani was everything. Yeah. One other point. Forgot that was really a good point. I forgot. Remember their lotus feet headed by. Oh, I forgot my point. It was a good one too. Anyway, it'll come back. It usually does. I also remember the six Goswamis: Rupa, Sanatan, Bhatta Raghunath, Jiva, Gopal Bhatta, and Dasa Raghunath. So how do we remember them? You just remember their names? Yeah, that's good too. But also read their books. That's a nice way to remember them because they wrote this, right? Krishna through them, because the messages come through these acharyas, man. These real devotees are very important. Lord Chaitanya said, the mercy of a die came back to me. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, the story, back to the important story. You guys are bad as I. You lose the place too. Doesn't matter. You just swim in the bliss, man. Why not? Yeah. I'll look at your thing in a minute. Yeah. So anyway, the Lord said, is your father, are you the father of your son, or is your son your father? And the father said, yeah, my son actually is my father, my spiritual father, because your mercy was first upon him. See? And then we received that mercy from him. Therefore, he is our spiritual master and our guru. So you got to see who are the first fruits and receive the mercy from them. Well, here, it's not like just one, acharya for 10,000 years. We're getting a lot of devotees who are getting this mercy. So all the devotees, there are actually devotees here. Just like when Lord Chaitanya, there were devotees here, and each person went, they knew they were authentic, intimate associates of the Lord. And the proof is this bhakti, this ecstasy. And we're here to get it really clear for everybody, so that they can advance through this door and get the prize. This is the real door here, man. For this prize, do you really want Radha and Krishna? You can get it. You develop faith. And thank you for whoever is like that with a little doubt in this. Good. Let's clear it up, man. Because when you get faith that this is real bhakti and these devotees are real, whether there's a little this or that in it, doesn't matter. They got the real bhakti the Lord has given them. Then you can also get purified in their association. And Bhakti Vinod, I was looking for this verse. I didn't find it yet, but I will. The verse he's talked about, people commit offenses to pure devotees. They do that here also. You notice I praise pure devotees, even the ones that have troubles. You wonder, why you praise this person having trouble? Well, because they got real bhakti. River Yamuna has real bhakti. It's just a little thing going on here. That's all. It's a thing. Everybody has their little thing. But this is real. Doesn't she have faith in Guru? You notice? Even now, she still has faith in Guru. So little edges coming out and some conditionings and discerning thing. See? So anyway, the father said, my son is our guru. We, the whole village, developed faith in the son who had this bhakti, this devotion, this mercy of Lord Chaitanya. He said, your mercy was first on him, and we got it through him. Therefore, he is our spiritual master. And the Lord said, yes, it's correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna. See, this devotion to Krishna, what is that? That's all these symptoms, the crying, the laughing, devotion. Isn't that devotion to Krishna? What else could it be? You know, is it some mental thing? Is it some dry thing? Or is it a juicy thing that you see here? Intimate thing. Isn't it a glorious thing? Something different, something unusual and uncommon. Well, isn't that the symptoms we see here? And so funny, it all fits in the scriptures. You see these symptoms are in there, crying, laughing, joking on the voice and all that. The scriptures are confirmed through Sadhu Shastra. I'm saying it's real. I finally discerned that for sure. And the scriptures confirm it. And now you sadhus are confirming it, that to have faith in this bhakti and faith in this word. And you show even people in the Sangha that are maybe lacking in that faith and that understanding that you got and the real path. See, and when they start giving respect, I mean, from your heart and from your realization, no blind belief. This is great. I'm glad this thing came up. So, you know, it gives me a chance to preach more deeper truth and more, making it more clear. Who's doing this? Who can do this? Sounded a little like Trump. He said, no, you see what I did. See what I'm doing. Yeah, but it's true, though. See, this is going on. So Lord Chaitanya said, those who awaken devotion to Krishna, and with these symptoms here, are certainly the spiritual master. Well, you know, no, and then I say, obviously, this is, you know, for a long time, I thought, oh no, let me just be a Ritvik. I don't want to take response. Instead of just following the order, because it works, because that's what the Lord is using this Gaur Hari Das to awaken bhakti in others, to help them clarify things. He's got a job to do, right? I've been given a job by Prabhupada, by Krishna, by the line, to represent the line in this very glorious, juicy way. See, so that's, you know, hey man, you come and listen to some of these classes, this will make more sense of the nonsense that you're believing in out there, or the lower path, the lesser path, the one that you go down the line, their line. See, you're down their line and you go bloop, a little bit, bloop, bloop, but there's no wealth in them, no money, no spiking. You come here, you're going to get spiked, man. Your drink is going to be spiked. Your name, your chant is going to get spiked. You know, you're going to get intoxicated on that name, man, and you're going to go, whoop, you're going to spike up. See, this is spiritual master of the universe is Lord Chaitanya. Are we not teaching these deep, conclusive, confidential principles? Otherwise, how can the Lord be the spiritual master if you don't teach these confidential principles, right, Tom? How is it, you know, how can Lord Chaitanya be the spiritual master of the universe if nobody is getting into the postgraduate work of Lord Chaitanya by personal realization of these principles, by personal experience of these principles, by personally teaching these principles, by personally showing these principles? What is the principle? Chant the holy name with tears coming spontaneously and laughter and choking in the voice. What other principle do you need to see? And real deep understanding that follows the line of the revealed scriptures. These valuable jewels that you're hearing here, these are valuable jewels. They're to me and anybody else who has faith in this path. Yeah, I mean, you just got to hear and get your wealth. You know, you're being promoted here. See, your coin, your token is being promoted here. See, the Lord is promoting you up just naturally by hearing. See, by serving, you're serving by hearing here. And then when you do, they cut these videos and stuff and put them up. Get into the work, man. Make a nice video. Do an art. I mean, isn't art? Aren't you an artist? Don't you want to be a better guitar player? Why don't you be a better video maker? Why don't you put some nice titles to these things? Why don't you? Now you're doing some of that. Why don't you make a nice introduction? Why don't you take it further? Do like these people do. Like, you got wealth and you can distribute it, man. You got your guru's wealth here. Yeah, make some nice introduction or somebody. Do stuff. Just start, use your brain now, man. God has given you a brain. Figure things out you can do practically. Yeah. Lalita does stuff. I mean, she preaches to people. That takes a lot of energy, a lot of work. Puts a lot of time in that. So, I mean, everybody, especially if you're having problems with your mind, you've got to put it, engage it in devotional service, and you'll get the formula right. See, the formula by regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam and by service to the pure devotees. See, service. They also mean practical. That's service to regular classes, but you need to physically do stuff. Otherwise, what we're going to do, or Krishna's going to do, he's going to throw you into metta, the metta universe, where you don't have no body to act. You're just in there looking at all the stuff, all these, illusions, wow, this is so fascinating. You're looking at all that stuff, that nonsense in the metaverse. Can you imagine? They're going to come up with a metaverse. And what are you going to see? Basically, all the illusions you see here, you're going to see in there, and your body is just not going to be acting. It'll be like a battery. You'll be looking there, and you'll be like that movie, Clones. There was a thing with this actor. What's his name? I forgot his name. The guy who did Die Hard, that guy. So anyway, he's sitting there. They're all sitting in these chairs in their living room. What they will see, they want to lock you down and just sit in your chair and look at Netflix, and we're going to give you VR goggles. You just sit there and look. And that's what he was doing. This is all predictive programming, what they want you to do. So, if you don't come here and get this, man, you're going to be thrown in the meta. You're going to sit there in your chair, and you're going to just look, and your body is going to be doing all these things in the world. You're going to be sitting there like a battery, just to keep this going on in there, and you're going to be in the chair. That's where if you don't get this here, at least we can be active. Right now they're letting our bodies move for a while longer. Can you see where it's going? Meta, all this, get in the VR glasses now. They want you in there, man. Video games. What do you think these video games are? The younger generations are all day long. Ask Janaki and her sons, and they're all day long texting, phones, all that. Yeah. So you don't get this, you're going to be thrown. Krishna's going to throw you in the meta universe. And then you look at everything, all the illusions you see here, you just see in there, and your body is just sitting there, and you're just doing it all in your mind. Whew, what a dystopian dream that Vishnu's having, huh? Vishnu's dreaming this stuff. Only he could dream this stuff up. People just take credit for it. But you know what we do? We come here into this. This is actually this is a simulation here. So it's just simulation, because not really, it's real, but for a time, but it's not who we really are. It's a simulation. David Icke talks about a simulation, but this is the simulation. See, it's simulation means it's like an imitation of something. See, simulation. It's not really real. And so that's the world. That's the universe. It's a simulation of the truth. It's a reflection of the truth. See, in the spiritual world, people are acting. Devotees are acting just like they do here, but they're acting for Krishna, because Krishna is so adorable, so attractive, so interesting, so fascinating, so nice to be close to. They can't get away from this person. See? And so the simulation is you're thrown in this universe, the material universe or the meta universe. Doesn't matter. They're both the same. It's all illusions. and you're associating with Maya, and you're thinking you develop a taste for that, and you've lost sight of the true, your soul now, and now you're bodily identified, you're materially identified with all the objects now, and now, oh, it's so nice to be with this man and this woman full of, oh, I just saw that, oh, the sex is so great, oh, this life is all of this, oh, the children, they come, oh, wow, let me serve the children all day and night. Oh, and then they grow up. Oh, they grow up. And then the grandchildren. Oh, I get a little more Ross with the grandchildren. Ah. And you do this life after lifetime because you're bound only to that. But Lord Chaitanya, oh, we got to talk about the mercy of the Lord. Said, I ain't going to wait for you to be completely free of that like these Vaishnavas teach. Oh, you first deserve, then desire. No, we'll get them to desire first, and then we'll make them deserving. I'll just give this. They're deserving because they don't deserve it. That's the way I roll, man. In Kali Yuga, man, I give the deserving, the undeserving, the dessert. I'm the dessert, man. You're going to just love Radha and Krishna. You're going to love the spiritual potency better than those who love Vaikuntanath. You're going to love them like the Vrindavan devotees, man. Talk about furthest extent of mercy. Oh, man, are we privileged to distribute this? It's not surprising. It takes a little while for people to wrap their head around the powerful mercy being distributed here. So that's why we're, teaching what the Guru of the universe taught 550 years ago and is revealing and unveiling again. The great revelation. Okay? That these persons know, all these gurus and all their followers need to know this if they want to come into Vrindavan in this life. You come here, you're going to be promoted to the kingdom of God. Well, because this is the only way, this is the only water to awaken, that dormant love of God, comes with a seed, this seed is dropped in or awakened in your heart or dropped in your heart, whatever you want to look at, it doesn't matter. The main thing is you get it. And the water is here, right? Every day. That's why look at Lilita with all that bhakti. She keeps coming here. Why is that? Must be some kind of water for the bhakti, right? Yeah, see, and she attentive. She listens. So that's how you get it. So the best thing, people that are even in our sangha that have some doubts and everything, let's get it clear. And so that's why I'm very thankful for whoever caused, actually Krishna is the ultimate cause of everything. Even this, that's why if I say Krishna's behind it, it may not be exactly what River is thinking, but Krishna is directly behind it or indirectly behind it. Directly, indirectly, still working, man. See? Here, this is direct. See, this is direct. When devotees are still trying to discern what is the real Bhakti Lata be, sometimes, they get a little confused because there are a lot of imitation in the celestial world, imitation in the false ego mixed in there. See, so it takes a little while to get it. So anyway, she'll get it. We'll all get it. Hey, you stay here, you're going to get it. You're going to be promoted to the king. This is where the coin is promoted. You're the coin, man. You're promoted from a token, you become a coin. See, from token to coin. Yeah, more solid, more valuable. The coin is more valuable. And then the coin gets promoted, see, to the higher levels, more bhakti, and you drop the, the stuff that keeps you from spiking is the material attachments. They keep you down. That's why, you spike and then you down a little bit and then you spike up again. See, because you're being promoted. You're being watered here. Yeah, see, so Pani came, see, this was very, obviously, if you're really listening good, you can get over all those doubts. And if there's still more doubts, well, just keep coming as much as you can because the water is here, man. The promotion is here. You're going to spike, man. You're going to spike higher. How much greed do you got? It comes down to.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Next verse. Ah. By the mercy of all these Vaishnavas and Gurus, that I attempt to write the pastimes and the qualities of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whether I know or know not, it is for self-purification that I write this book. It is by the mercy of all these Vaishnavas and Gurus that I attempt to write about the pastimes and qualities of Mahaprabhu. And that's it. That's the path, man. You know, you got to develop faith. You'll see by the mercy of the sadhus here that have real bhakti, real deep bhakti, you'll be able to understand these things. Otherwise, not. You know, the mercy of when Krishnadas Kaviraj was here, Sanatan Goswami was there. Rupa Goswami was there. He was getting a valuable potencies from their association and their personal teachings. Well, that's here too. You know, our Sangha is so strong, so strongly attracting. It's attracting the best. All you need, look what we got, one by one. They're coming, man. Each one is a jewel. You need the mercy of the devotees here. You'll see what I'm saying as you spike and you don't fall down on your face because of Vaishnava aparads here. You know, when you get through that, don't worry. Even the Vaishnava aparads end up, if you stick around, you'll see you'll get through that. And it'll be a great teaching. We'll learn something new. A lot of protection here. Sometimes you just can't help by, being who you are, maybe you just feel like you're just angry as hell, it's just, it is what you are, it comes out. Don't worry. There's a solid telephone pole for the wires here. So the wires keep, pumping the electricity, keep shocking everybody so they can spike up. Pew, pew, pew. You got a lot of cryptos going here. Yeah. So that's it. I mean, this is the secret. When you feel like that, it's by the mercy of this path and these Vaishnavas. You don't need anything else, really. When you get to that point, you realize I don't need this or that or anything for my bhakti. That's your weakness still. That's why you need to be around. Ask Lalita, do you need any other path there? Do you need any other book to read?
No,
Other than Vaishnava?
no.
Just Vaishnava, yeah. See, you're acting like the verses. You're acting like real devotees in this line. You're acting like Krishnadas Kaviraj right there. He was like that. He didn't need it. It's only by the mercy of these Vaishnava gurus and Vaishnavas that I can write this book. For us to do anything, that's this line. It's a very pure line. You notice? Not by those. To be honest with you, none of these gurus can give me anything, can add anything to me because they have a different conception. Yes, different. This kind of thing, the great sage lives in me. Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna live in this temple, man. And just these verses apply because they live in this temple to them. I'm just a clown, a fool, just like Krishna does. But, Radha and Krishna lived inside him. Why? Because he liked to be around real Vaishnavas and not around pretenders and false acharyas and false spiritual masters who don't have this. And that's why they can't add anything to me. All I can do is try to help them if they listen. Oh, you don't like this, you don't like the truth. Well, too bad for you and too bad for your disciples, because the truth is here. It'll set anybody free. I ain't afraid to speak it. I ain't afraid to show it. And look at, look at Lalita. She's not afraid to speak it or show it either. Johan also, boy, that guy is just off the rails, man. He just, right. This is what's happening in his heart. He hangs his right on his sleeve. Yeah, why look at the faults? Well, he's got this condition and that. Hey, man, look at the bhakti. Don't look at the faults. Look at the bhakti, man. Always look at the bhakti, because Krishna is, hey, man, I chose this person to live in them. What do you have? You have a problem with what I don't have a problem with? Then we're not on the same page.
We'll get you on that page, man. Then you'll be free and you'll be set free, and then you won't fall for the fault finding thing, and that makes you crash, go up, and then so you got to learn. You got to learn by realize, not by false. Oh, Gohar, you're offensive to these gurus. Well, if they don't have this bhakti, Krishna is saying thank you very much, and Prabhupada too, especially, is saying thank you for pointing it out. Hey, man, we're just checking you out, man. If you don't have the bhakti like my disciple, like Lalita there, hey, man, you don't mean anything to me, and you don't mean anything to Krishna yet much. Maybe a little bit, but not much. She means a lot to Krishna. Why? Because Krishna means a lot to her. They mean a lot to each other, Radha and Krishna. Why? She's all in. Is she all in or not? Is she into anything else? This is a funny class, man. I love this. It's getting more and more fun. I just love glory. It's so natural. Just, the glorification of the truth just starts rolling. It's like, yeah, man, let's just talk about, you become like literally like an Antasesh, man. He's always glorifying, never stops glorifying the truth. How does it be? You take the same verses sometimes, often, and just, I've read this so many times. It's just more flowers offered to Krishna and Radha, they love, oh, wow, they're talking about us. Oh, they really committed to us. Oh, they depend on us. Oh, wow, let us give them our mercy. Yeah, we're receptive. I'm receptive, man. Yeah, just more and more ecstasy. Oh, yeah, let me beg at the feet of Lalita for the bhakti, man. I don't care what little thing she has. I don't care if she gets angry and throws her computer across the room or something. So what? She got all that bhakti, man. That's what's important to me. Just give me your blessing, Lalita, and I can open my mouth and chant Hare Krishna. So why is it so hard for you guys? False ego. It's good you're in process, so just stick with it here. Yeah, go through it. It's good, man. You see, wow, man, the Gohari Das, he's begging for the mercy of even his disciples. Well, how does he do that? Well, it's called purification, man. You stay here like I do, 365. Hey, man, I ain't missing a day. Just from that I'm just, I'm being promoted. This is promotion to me. Man. All of a sudden, I'm not too proud to beg for the mercy of even a disciple. When I see that, the Lord says to me, you see where I'm living, man, Radha and Krishna, man, hey, man, I don't care where you are. If you're in a frog, I'll beg for the mercy if I see the symptoms of that frog going, see a frog chanting ecstasy. Well, look at the dog. Hey, man, I ain't saying anything that's not in the book. Look at that Shivananda saying, man, that dog got the mercy through him, right? Got first fruit, got the mercy through Shivananda saying. And the dog was chanting Hare Krishna in ecstasy, crying and laughing and all that stuff. Can you imagine barking Hare Krishna? What a miracle. And Shivananda saying paid his obeisances to counteract his offenses to him. See, to a dog. And he had to see, this is, because this is true knowledge. When you can see where Radha and Krishna are, why wouldn't you want to give them obeisance? You please them. Look at the face. Look at Lalita's face. He hears that. This Krishna, he knows what I'm doing. Radha and Krishna, they say, oh, good, Gohari's getting over the false ego. He's not too proud to pay obeisances to his disciples. Oh, that's very good. Yeah, and I feel it too. It's like, yeah, I feel happy. Yes, Krishna, man. Comes, man. I just get promoted. This is great. You can also, whoever, if you can stand it, I mean, it puts you through the ringer, man. This is so powerful here. All the spots go off. They come off. But you stay in as, just like a fighter, just stay in the ring as long as you can. and keep coming back if you get knocked down or something, and just keep coming back, and you just continually be promoted. Because now you're promoted from a token to a coin, and it become more and more valuable, and more you're spiking up more and more, and then you stay steady up, and that's where the bliss is. That's where it becomes very natural to do devotional service. We already got devotees coming to that point. Very natural for them. They like to chant. They like to be ecstatic. They like Radha and Krishna coming. See, they're not adverse. Hey, man, I'm sorry, you gurus are not impressing me if you don't like ecstatic love that's here in this Sangha. You're not impressive to me at all, because Radha and Krishna are not impressing on your heart. Why should you be anything to me? I have to teach you if you want to learn. I give you the opportunity because nobody can confront you. You're too big out there in this never land. You're too big being promoted by those who don't know what real bhakti is, and yourselves included. How can you teach what real bhakti is if you don't know yourself? And we're the test here. We're the distribution center. You don't get it here? Well, you're not going to get it. There is no symptom of anywhere. I've been to India 20-something times. I lived there for 3 years once as a resident. And I didn't see any of this. None. Zero. Amongst all the talkers on, oh, yes, we're so great. The Dodis and the seminal lines, oh, yeah, my Gauri Das Pandit is my grandfather. So you see, I'm a bhakti. I'm in the line. Let me give you initiation. I met them. I know. I met one. He was an acharya by the line, and he inherited a big building that was falling apart. And he came up to me. It was in Mayapur, and this is a Goswami. He says, should I be a guru? Because people are asking me that I should take the job of being a guru and everything. The guy was just mundane person, a strike, I mean, he's a nice guy, but motivated. When he'd approach me, always thinking about money and how much he can get from me, but trying to be my friend and make me feel guilty if I didn't, all that bullshit, and he was going to give initiation. That's the kind of gurus you guys get out there. Are you ready? Are you finished with that yet? We're all in it just for the bhakti, man. We're here to relish mellows. That's it. It is so powerful. I'm so wealthy with these mellows and getting wealthier every day because I come here to increase the wealth of this coin. This coin is getting promoted here because the Lord promotes it. I come here for that, and you come here, you'll know what real pure devotional service is, because we're not in it for the money. We're in it for bhakti. And even if we were, even if anybody had some little material thing, but if you get the Lord won't wait. If you're sincere, he'll give you this bhakti anyway, and you'll get over that. It's that strong. So everybody look at the bhakti. Don't look at look at the faults. Oh yeah, here's the verse. More or less paraphrased. So Bhaktivinoda saw the same thing going because he was a pure devotee. He knows everything happens here, happened then. Whatever happened to pure Prabhupada happened to us because we got that same potency. Whatever happened to Jesus happens to us because we got that same potency. People can't recognize it easily. It's very hard unless they're ordained by God. Okay? So Bhaktivinoda writes a verse in one of these books, and one of the first verses, and he says, most people commit offenses to pure devotees because they look for faults in the pure devotees. See? They look for, oh, Bhaktivinoda, you ate meat. I lose faith in you. See? He did. He ate mutton and fish and chicken. And he enjoyed it, he even said. He said, I just enjoy eating it. So he was natural, but he had real bhakti, and he was writing Vaishnava books while he was eating that stuff. Thank you for being the lesson there, Bhaktivinoda, to show you the Lord can choose who he chooses. Can you recognize where the mercy was? So he writes the verse, he says, people, they don't know what is a pure devotee and the symptoms. And so So they offend real pure devotees because they're looking for some material perfection. Oh, does he chant 2 lakhs or 1 lakh like Haridas? Or does he do this idea? It's an idea of perfection, but it's not the real deal. It's not the symptoms. So they're committed offenses, and this is what it's like. And listen closely, because this is the essence of this problem, and you can get over if you hear it attentively. The Ganges has often, sometimes it's clear, sometimes it has stool and garbage floating in it. If you take your bath in there, you're going to get purified, even though there's some garbage in there. There's whatever's in there. Maybe it's not pure, physically, because there's things floating in it. Could be a pure devotee. There may or may not be stuff floating in it, but they have God. The transcendental Lord has chosen to live in them, and all that stuff will go bye-bye. But they still can purify others. That's proof here. I ain't so perfect. There's stuff floating in this Ganges still, I would say. I ain't perfect. That way. But what's perfect? Hey, man, well, Radha and Krishna are living inside this temple, man. They seem to like it. They've given me an order. And if anybody believes in this ecstatic love and these conclusions, which are, I'm just sharing the revelations they give me about the guru of the universe. If you believe in this, look at the result of those who do. Hey, so whatever's floating in here, because people may find there's a fault here and there, and who knows, but the mercy is here. Can you see it? And that's how you endear yourself to Radha and Krishna forever, when you can see where their mercy has been bestowed. So Lord Chaitanya did this test, and here we have talked about this a few times. We'll talk about it again. Srivas, throw that Nityananda out of your house, man. You're going to lose your caste. You're a Brahmin, man. Look at this guy. He doesn't follow the rules perfectly. Doesn't even follow them at all. He breaks every friggin' rule. He doesn't even like to wear clothes. He rips them off spontaneously sometimes. Get rid of him. They're going to start talking about you. And Srivas laughed. He laughed. He says, don't test me, Lord. What do you think? I would never give up. Nityananda can go in a bar and get drunk, and I wouldn't give up him. You know why? And I'm going to tell you why, because you can't figure it out in the book. You got to hear it. Because the Lord just showed it to me, again and again. He showed it to me now and then. That's why this is wealth to me. These are jewels. This has never been revealed, not even any purport anywhere. But if you understand this now, it'll be more clear why Srivas didn't throw out Nityananda, even though he would go in a bar and drink if he did, or have sex with a woman, or smoke pot, or anything. He would not throw him out. Okay? Because he could discern that the Lord accepted Nityananda. Okay? The Lord lived in Nityananda's body. See? And it had symptoms of that. What are those symptoms? Well, let me tell you, man, right there in Chaitanya Bhagavat, all over the place. He laughed, he cried, he choked up when he chanted God's name, Krishna's name, or Lord Chaitanya's name. He had the real mercy, and Srivas said, I would never throw him out. I don't care what he does now, because you're still living. The bottom line is, whatever he does externally, to me, does not matter, because you live in his body. And any discrepancies are, matter of fact, it's probably a great teaching for us that he does nothing like that. Because you see people who believe in those who either follow the rules real strictly or just appear to follow the rules, which are most just give lip service to it, or, and they just trying to see, they believe in those kind of people and not those where, who are actual pure devotees, where the Lord has actually chosen them because he just likes, because they accept him, and that's all we're doing. This is the distribution process. Whoever accepts this preaching, whoever accepts this ecstasy, you can check it all in the books. We can convince you, you come here, your coin will go from a token to a coin and spike here. Okay? And because the real deal is here, regardless of anything. Regardless, like a person could look, oh, you see Gore, and they've done this already, man. Look at Gore Hari. He was in Putin, in Thailand there, in Pattaya Beach, where all the and look at him, he's going amongst the prostitutes, and I even got foot massages there from them. Oh, yeah, I did. It felt good. And there was no sex involved. I didn't care about it personally. I was fasting. Can you imagine? No friggin' sense ground. No, not even eat. I couldn't even eat a good meal. And all these beautiful women and everything. And I was so happily doing kirtan. And prove it's all on video. And you look at all the smiling faces like here, right? Shows you. Okay? So that's what it's about. Can you see the symbol?
The same. Okay. You're back.
Are we back?
Yeah, you're back.
All right. If I might have to switch it onto this thing. Yeah. Yeah. Can you see the symptoms of where the Lord is? See, we're here to help people understand. The Lord is giving this mercy to the unqualified. Otherwise, it has no meaning. They still, many Vaishnavas, they believe, like a lot of Christians that are dry. Oh, well, that was only for Lord Chaitanya's devotees, that kind of bhakti. That's not going to happen again. Or that'll be many lifetimes before we get it. No, that's the wrong conception, actually. Simply because it's here. And it is revived again. Whoever will believe in this preaching, just because we'll convince you, come here, we'll increase your worth. We'll increase your knowledge, increase your ecstasy by being here. Sadhu Sangha is the best way to know the real Vrindavan Krishna. Being around devotees, hearing from them, serving them. Okay? Otherwise, if you don't, I notice those who don't come so regularly, they start to get bewildered by, external things, external celestial stuff, sayings in the world. Even by like Einstein saying, you come here, you'll understand behind all that stuff, you'll understand that stuff is just new agey. That ain't anything really strange. It's all to do with something to do with the material bodies and all that stuff and material minds and all that. Even Einstein, it doesn't matter. You bring me a Socrates sayings, Einstein sayings, and Buddha sayings. Because Radha and Krishna are living in this temple, they will correct everything, just like Swamadar did. That's my job. When you're engaged in being a spiritual master, the Lord has many hats for you to preach his real cult, right? And the cult of bhakti, devotion. And one of them is examining the scriptures, examining what people say. You run that stuff across for here, and you'll see that Radha and Krishna will correct it. Otherwise, you're bewildered. You get bewildered by these statements that are unclear. Even Einstein is not devotional intelligent. I don't care how brilliant he is materially. Relatively all that. See, that's only impressive to those who don't have devotional intelligence. Devotees are impressed by devotional intelligence, not by that kind of material intelligence. Right, Lalita? Isn't it devotional intelligence? Stuff that comes from real bhakti. Yeah.
It downloads.
So if you're impressed and promote, yeah. If you promote this, this is what people do. They promote lesser things. And the part of the training here is to promote the greater thing. What are you going to promote? Einstein? What is he? It's not devotional intelligence. Promote only devotional intelligence if you got the intelligence to do that. Or correct people's intelligence that's not devotional. That's what I do. If it's not, I correct even Radhanath's intelligence. I don't believe in being a selfless servant. That ain't true. That ain't the real path. That's a liberation thing. I'm sorry, man. I'm here to correct it all. I'll prove it. You come before me and just give me your realizations, any of you. Radha and Krishna will prove that Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and the Parampara are living in this temple. Yeah, I don't need any, just a t-shirt from Idaho is good enough for me. I don't need any props, none, zero, because the truth is living inside. That's all you need. This is what we're here to prove. That's what Nityananda proved. He wanted to prove all you need is a truth living inside you. And Srivas said, listen, I'll never throw him out. And you want to know how to please you when you come here, you're going to rewards you with real bhakti. That's what Lalita got. She's rewarded with real bhakti because she has faith that Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya are living in this temple. Johan and anybody else that has those symptoms. Janki also, you notice? Govinda, you notice? They're rewarded with this, the greatest treasure, which is Mellows, relations with them, with God. So, in the story, back to the story, Lord Chaitanya says, what? He was surprised too, just like here. I'm surprised too when people develop I'm surprised Amy has faith. Wow. That's amazing. Amy, where'd you come? You're a pom-pom girl that didn't make the team. You're just a food service waitress and you have faith in what's being preached here? Oh my God, this is so wonderful. Hey? Yeah, because that's the way the Lord is. The Lord was, what? Srivas, you have faith in Nityananda, even though he does things opposite that what you're supposed to do in the Vedas and everything? Yes, I do. Yeah, because you're living inside them and I know who you are, man. You're not hiding from me anymore. Wherever you are, that's where I'm going to be. And wherever you are, that's where the truth is. Otherwise, there's no truth in this world. If you're not in Radhanath, if you're not in Jayapataka, and I mean really, 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 really in them, where God is expressing, so that we have no doubt, right? No doubt that Radha and Krishna are in them. Are we not showing that there's Radha and Krishna are living inside of many of these temples here in this Sangha here? Hey, this is what we're here to show, where Radha and Krishna is, because unless it's thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan, hey, there's no meaning to Vrindavan. People gotta see Vrindavan here. They gotta get it here, and then you'll get it there. And then there'll be no difference between here and there. Everything will remind you of Krishna, really, not imitatively. This is like some little thing. That's why you see the little disharmony from what happened yesterday. Because it's not really, it's just half-baked. So this is part of baking it, get it really more. So Lord Chaitanya was very pleased that Srivas, and this goes for any of you, to see where he's really working. And I have faith in it regardless of any stuff floating in the Ganges of that person, the Yamuna of that person. Because they've got that bhakti flowing, man. That real pure understanding flowing there. Sometimes the understanding needs, it's mixed, that's, but anyway, the Ganges is there and purifying more and more. You get a more and more clear, more and more conclusive. You got to just have faith in what's going on here. That's the main thing. Because I'm teaching just what Lord Chaitanya taught. You can check it all in the book. It'll all make sense to you, but won't make sense with these gurus. They cannot teach what I'm teaching. None of them have showed, not one has showed me that they understand what the understanding is coming here. I've never seen the bhakti to this extent, nor the realizations that come with it. Not even in one. The only ones I'm impressed with is Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, and Bhakti Vinod. They're the ones I'm really sure about. Everybody can do what you can say whatever you want. Oh, what about these? I checked them. You just bring them before me and I'll tell you if I'm impressed, because I'll stick with what I got, man. I'll stick with this. I'll stick with these revelations and realizations I get and this devotional ecstasy. I'll stick with this because I'm spiking, man, because I stick with this. Not I spiking. This bhakti is spiking. This truth is spiking. Just boom, 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 boom. And you got to prove that there's something better out there. Otherwise, I'm not looking. And nobody is coming. Nobody has the kahunas to come here. See, it's usually because that's religion, man. Religion's always been like that. Vaishnava religion. They're into the pomp, but not into the essence yet. Anyway, maybe somebody will hear. I'm sure they'll hear. Because there are people looking, where's the light? Where's the conclusive truth? Well, unless we hold it up, right? Nobody will see it. Unless you stand for this. What do you stand for out there? Prabhupada's previous preaching, or do you stand for this preaching? What light are you holding up? Oh, the Vaidhi light, from the rules of regular. Prabhupada is the way. He's the Acharya. Yeah. Okay. You're holding that light. Okay. People can come to the Vaidhi maybe if they're, if they can. Or are you holding this light up? Are you passionate about what's going on here? Show your passion, man. Show God. Show God. Show God, literally. God is in the hearts. Show him, man. He's out there. Show him that you're committed to him. It's a show now. Yeah, show your passion to the world. Why do you think they become famous in the world? They showed, and their message is, wow, this is really important. Because they show their passion. I really like this understanding. Let me write a book about it, or let me preach this. Let me teach this. See, and then people say, wow, thank you. This is valuable. I was looking for this. See, we're doing the same thing. People are looking for this. See, and but if you don't, this is what Jesus said. If you have a light, don't put a shade over it. Put it up, man. Show it. Right? Show it. Show isn't this light? Isn't this light for us? Isn't this truth? Isn't this real for us? Isn't this the highest reality? Not only for us, but for people in the spiritual world. And people don't know. Vaishnavas don't know. These gurus don't know. Because they don't show this light. Whether they've got it or not, they're not showing it. So if we're showing it and they really got it, they should love this preaching. Wow, somebody's showing this light that we don't even show. But they don't do it because they probably don't got it. And they may be a little bit competitive, like I don't blame, envious. I don't know. I wouldn't blame them. We're rich people. Why wouldn't you be envious? That's good. Something, some connection. Hate. You hate, I don't blame you. That's great. You should hate somebody that's so far into the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And distributing this highest bhakti that you can do. I don't blame you for it. It's just human. You're still human. But you want to be divine, you got to come here. You'll be a human divine, divinely human. See? You don't have to give up anything. You can just, the Lord says, hey man, you come to my devotees and you accept me. That's me that you're seeing. They're just showing me. Me, that big me is this big ecstasy. That big me is big truth, man. Big truth. You notice? Big, heavy truth and big, heavy ecstasy. That is the big me, man. The big them. Actually, it's better. Is the big them, Radha and Krishna. They come together. You notice? Come together right now. Your words light up my life. It's a call to action, you know. You ever Facebook, you got to put a button in there. Call to action. This is a call to action, man. This is where the action is. Come into the action. Come on, man. All of you. Amen. Gurus are invited. Everybody, come here. Get this bhakti, man. This is what it's all about. You know, then you'll be a real. Can you imagine being a guru and you deliver your disciples in this life? I don't. You keep your disciples, man. But get this mercy so you can deliver them and deliver yourself first, you know, and then them too at the same time. Deliver where? You'll deliver Krishna out of the birth canal, you know, and come up into your chest and into your mind, you know, into your chest, Radha. And then their mind is filled with transcendental knowledge. Okay? And then you'll appreciate our talks and our ecstatic emanations. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Lord Chaitanya thought, my name is Vishwambara, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I can fill the whole universe with love of God. See, actualize. You're not fully maintained. Just eat. Vishnu maintains the world, right? You got air to breathe. What's the difference between that and a bellows? Hey, he maintains that. He maintains your body, right? Your heart pumping. The heart's going, poo, poo, blood going. Poo, poo, poo. Food and, you know, maintains the food supply, the chain going, right? Maintains people wanting to promote it when they're doing that. And instead of right now, they're kind of destroying all that stuff. But what, you know, they maintain, you know, the Lord uses them to maintain these things, right? So the Lord is thinking, oh, that is boring, man. That's all life is. It's just eating, sleeping, mating, defending, and maintaining the world, you know, with more progeny, filling it up. And then you get more people attached to the Maya and the material things and getting farther and further away from their spiritual body, and that they have a spiritual body and that it's related to me, God, the source, and that I'm the source of their strength. I'm the source of their revelations. I'm the source of their everything, source of their purification. They forgot all of that. So my name will be Vishwambara. I thought, if I can fill the world with love for this transcendental Lord, so that they can chant this subtle mantra, Hare Krishna, and it'll awaken their divine love, divine attachment for the transcendental Lord beyond the material and material universe, beyond liberation even. My name will be Vishwambara, he was thinking. It's funny, I kind of think the same thing. I'll be a servant of Vishwambara if I can fill the world, or at least a million, you know, or a billion. People are not into being millionaire. What is millionaire? Let's go right up to the top. Fill a billion. I'll really be a servant of Vishwambara if I can fill these gurus. Well, I can't do it. If they will hear about the teachings of Lord Chaitanya and develop faith in those teachings and that word and this ecstasy being pumped out here every day, okay? Like a fire hose and a fire hydrant filled with ecstatic water, spraying everybody. Instead of you getting the spray of the dogs, you know, lift their legs and pee on your tires. So you get the dog spray. What did Prabhupada say? Either love God or love dog. You know, that's the dog spray. They lift their leg up and pee on your leg. Here that you get the fire hydrant. God, he's Whether it doesn't matter, even if it was pee, it would be purifying. You know, he proved that. He peed right on Mariah. I'm telling you, man, this is all in the book. I swear on the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Lord Chaitanya peed right on Murari's prasadam. And he became totally ecstatic. He jumped up and down. And was so ecstatic. He went to Mother Sachi's place and said, "Oh my God, I have seen." Whatever the Lord, whether you get it in water, or even his pee, it's great. It's all great, man. Yeah, you could look at some of the stuff that are, the ones who fall in a little bit of the Maya here. It's a little bit of the pee of the Lord. It all ends in purification. It's an ecstasy. It all ends in bliss. Yeah. So my Lord was thinking that, and we're also thinking that. Wouldn't it be nice? We'll be known as real servants if we can awaken people's dormant love of God by our preaching. What are we preaching? Lord Chaitanya's real message, confidential message, postgraduate message now. Okay? We'll be known as real servants because of that. Real servant, enduring. Just like Prahlad, he made real devotees. And he was remembered like Jesus Christ is remembered. He made real devotees. And Gaur Hari Das, why shouldn't he be remembered? He'll be remembered. I mean, not like I'm looking, okay, I had a Radhakund Babaji Guru. I had two of them. So let me tell you about one. His whole life in his old age was about having some kind of legacy left, a memorial. They all like memorial. Because he knew he was going to die soon. And he said, well, then there's a memorial left for me. And his whole thing was to get money from the side so they can make a memorial of him. A big thing, big project, very expensive and lucrative, big memorial of his life. See? And that's why, he was into that. And plus he was actually a lot of stuff floating, and it was not the Ganges. Anyway, he protects the Dham. You see, you got to go in the real door. It was a great lesson for me. Okay? Memorials. But you see, when you make devotees that get real devotion, you're memorialized. Isn't Jesus remembered now? Why? Because he made real devotees. Isn't Paul remembered? Why? Because he made real devotees. The Lord likes to remember his devotees. Otherwise, he forgets about everything. He's in your. This is why all we do is remind people that who are taught by God in their heart. They're looking for this. See, we're reminding their Lord. And the Lord says, oh, there you go, man. There's your door. I'm going to stop soon, but it's a little hard. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll stop here now because need to rest the voice a little bit. There's so much more to relish and taste, but we'll do that later. So I hope you enjoyed this class. I did. It was really fun. Enjoyed this chanting, this ecstasy. See, water, regularly watering. So come as much as you can into water here. And you'll see, you'll spike up. You'll be promoted upward. Okay? If you stay too far away, you'll be promoted downward because by associating with Maya, see, where I'm marginal, you can do one or the other. Here, you're associating with Krishna's transcendental knowledge and ecstasy. There in the world, what is there to associate with? Well, mundane people, those who don't have faith in a name. Even Vaidhi Bhaktas who don't. Can you imagine? We have people who leave here to go and be a Vaidhi Bhakti teacher and they lose association with this, and then all they do is associate with the Vaidhi Bhaktas who don't have faith in the transcendental name here. You know, the transcendental ecstasy and all that. How could you actually think? Is wrong thinking. You're not thinking straight. That this is the planet of names. That all we leave. That's all we leave. Names and tombstones. That's true. This is a planet. It's all, and that's why religion is just in name only. You know, it's a false. You know, it's just long-winded prayers, fastings, rules, regulations. World of names, and they're worshiping God in name only. See, but now substance is you're worshiping God with feeling, awakened transcendental feelings in your spiritual heart, awakened. Now that's substance, and that's rememberable. That's why devotees will be remembered. Why wouldn't we be remembered? Why would not my disciples be remembered here? Just like Paul. Wasn't he remembered? Peter, they're still remembering him. Why? Because he was a real devotee connected to the real line. Matter of fact, the greatest teachings usually come, not the, great teachings come from those letters of real. You need the role model. You need the example, right? You read about Paul and his love for Christ, Peter's love for Christ. And all these things. This is because they were devotees of the real deal, not a fault. They weren't devotees of Pharisees, were they? Just like you guys. If you stay devotees of Pharisee like Brahmins and sannyasis and gurus who don't have this bhakti, they don't have the Holy Spirit of devotion, well, the Lord ain't going to remember you, and you're not going to really remember the Lord. Because it's just a name, right? Lord, I'm just teaching what the Guru of the universe taught by example, and we teach by example too. Lord Chaitanya met the Tattavadis, were like ISKCON. They were also worshiping Krishna, like ISKCON. See, we got to make, you're not doomed to repeat the same thing. Or if you have, you can get out of that cycle now. This is, history. Hey, Lord Chaitanya met the Tattavadis, which is like ISKCON and all those groups. See? And he says, well, what I see, the symptoms in your parampara, your disciplic line, and they had acharyas or spiritual masters, is you have faith in the name of Krishna. That's it right now. You have faith in the name of Krishna. That's it. And so the Lord taught them that, and that is not the goal of life, is just liberation or varnashram dharma. Like they say, varnashram dharma. Prabhupada taught that. There was a guru now, or he's trying to be a guru. He's going around the internet, kind of on his own, saying, my job is to establish varnashram dharma. And I said, oh, big deal for that. That's already been done. But has this a big deal is this establishing ecstatic worship for the world, for them, for Vaidhi Bhaktas who have the good sense to see what we're teaching, understand it. That's a big deal. That's no big deal. Varnashram Dharma, Prabhupada already did it. Bhakti Siddhanta, what's something new, man? Let's get to, don't you like newness? Don't you like fresh? You want to, come on, man, this is fresh. Fresh revelation, fresh understanding, tasty, sweet. Yeah. So, so anyway, I'll leave it on that. Okay. Forgot where this was going, but that's good enough. Karuna replying Amy Rose. Let's see, what is it? Okay, let me read some of these things before we close. Or Tom, you read some of this stuff here.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Gaudadas, Jai Shri Lalita Ganga. Pani, very. Tom's recent short videos are very helpful. I can't spend 4 hours every day.
Oh, next one here.
Pani, weekends are great as I can spend this quality time.
Yeah, that's great. Just the quality time is important. Yeah, and you see, like Pani sees, he gets strength from this, and it's good. People, you know, they go to church once a week. If you come here 2 days a week, that's pretty good. And this is deeper than just the regular, ordinary, run-of-the-mill church or temples here. It's condensed. It's very powerful. Okay, go ahead, read this.
Karuna Sindadas, replying to Amy Rose. I think he took a leak on a puffed up priest dinner. Francis van Akker. Thank you very much, and all the Sangha.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Read this.
Karuna Sindadas, Yamuna says hello.
Yeah. So anyway, that's great. Yeah. So Yamuna, everybody a lot of times, those who have deep bhakti, they get the big test. So don't think they get I remember this one guru said, because somebody said, well, why don't the neophytes, like here, neophytes, they seem to be steady, right? But they're like this. They're like this steady, right? A little bit like this. They're steady, but you and the devotees, that appear to be advanced, they have problems and this and that. And she said, and she was right, that the Madhyamadikaris, which are those who are awakened, Maya doesn't mess with the ones who are just kind of not spiking, but she messes with the Madhyams, the ones who got the bhakti, because they can take the tougher tests, and they need to. This is part of discernment. This is, it's like you go to school, right? You go to take tests. You learn to what? For a test. And that's what Lord Chaitanya does. These are spiritual tests we're going through. He's always testing us. Yeah. And it's good. We learn. Otherwise, without a test, you can't find out your weaknesses or strengths or what real, bhakti is and all these things. So it's very good, all this that's going on. Yeah. Any closing words, Lalita? Nothing? Did you like the class today? Yeah.
I did like the class very much. Thank you.
How about you, Tom? Was this soulful?
Yes, thank you. I wanted to say this
Okay.
about distinguishing the qualities and the level. Here,
I don't hear
yeah.
you very much. Very good.
Okay.
I think. Okay, so on this level, it feels like Krishna empowers us. We are really empowered here, because Krishna is present here and Guru is present here, and everything comes to this conclusive level.
Mhm.
And distinguishing the levels, that this quality is here, and we value this quality, and show the people that what they are aiming at is from a different level. So distinguishing the levels and the quality is very important.
Mhm.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, it's very important. Matter of fact, if I didn't preach this stuff here, people would not move. They would just stay in the little blips. This is so necessary and so important. That's why Prabhupada was so joyful when I was started preaching. So I didn't get the order to preach. It just started spontaneously. People started coming, and he came to confirm. No, this has my approval, full approval. You're doing exactly what I want. Just keep doing this. Keep doing this. Because if this preaching doesn't go out, this showing, this demonstration, people will not know what real bhakti is, and they will just keep believing in things that are lesser as the greater, or they'll be speculating on this, and they will die, and then they will have to take another birth, and then try to make progress again, and that they'll do their austerities again and renunciations and following rules and religion and all that until they hear this message again. And when they'll hear that, who knows? Who knows? This is very rare. This is what the acharyas ascertained and kept for themselves. Maybe they may not have gotten it to this extent. I don't know. But who knows? Because they didn't reveal it, but it's being revealed now. Okay? So those who take advantage, man, it's like, people say, buy Bitcoin. It's really big. You'll get rich and all that. Yeah, buy Bitcoin. This is transcendental Bitcoin, man. Come here, increase your token, man. Come here, put your tokens in. That's what you do. You're the token, man. You come here, your token increases in wealth. And so more and more and more, you're a token in the Bitcoin in the sky. The big Bitcoin is Krishna, right? He's the Bitcoin of all the tokens, of all the coins. Everything follows him. It's so funny. The whole world is talking about Krishna. We prove it. I prove it every day. See Bitcoin. If you look at all the coins, you say, I can't. I look at this stuff and it reminds me of Krishna. In the Bitcoin, everything follows Bitcoin. Ethereum is second. See, so there's Krishna, and then there's Ethereum. Ether. The Holy Spirit, Radha. See, and then all the other coins follow. They all go up in value following Bitcoin. See, this is Krishna conscious. We all go up in value by investing in Radha and Krishna. See, our coin becomes more and more valuable. Okay? We're that coin. So you got to become the offering to Krishna. Just by coming here, you're offering yourself to Krishna. You're offering your ears. You're offering your attention. That's why you give it fully and you get more dividends. Huh. Go ahead there, Tom.
Yes. So what I see is that you, Srila Gauridas, you point out here what's here going on has the approval of Guru. Yes. What Govinda is doing now has my approval. What Lalita is doing here now has your approval. What Johannes is doing now, you point out as your approval.
Yeah.
And they are empowered by the parampara, by this energy, by this Krishna energy. This is empowerment. They are this approval, and there is a point. Here is the empowerment.
Yeah, that's how see, you need this, because when I start approving, this is this is like, wow, you're if you impress me, you're actually impressing the Lord, because I'm impressed by Radha and Krishna. Truly, I'm impressed by ecstatic love. I'm impressed by clean, clear realizations. See, so it's kind of like it's taught in bhakti. The pleasure of the spiritual master is, it's all about pleasing the spiritual master. Otherwise, Krishna's not pleased. If I'm not pleased and I see like people doing that, and you think, no, this is Krishna, and I'm not feeling happy, and the Vaishnavas here that are really in it are not also feeling happy with you, there's something off. See, you need to take note. Don't think you're, because you may think something that's like a weed to us is something fantastic. It's very easy to get off the Bhakti Lata Bij, and you start watering weeds. Weeds could be this Brahman thing, wanting to be one with God and one with Guru. And you see it in the attitudes that people get like this. They just become, oh yeah, I'm just on a friendly basis, and So anyway, I just, that's how Krishna works, man. And that's why when people go off here, I feel it. I just say there's something off here. This is not right. This is not real. There's something needs to be adjusted. You're out of, it's like how a guitar plays and all the chords when they're in tune, they just strums. It sounds so good, right? But when one is out of tune, you strum it. It's like there's something discordant here. That's how it is. And you guys feel it too. See, many of the devotees here are advanced enough to discern these things more or less. And so we feel it's like, oh, hey, there's something that's happening here that's not quite on the mark, even though the devotee will say, oh no, this is it. This is real Krishna. Krishna's really speaking through me. But something just doesn't quite gel. Something not feeling, it's like, hey man, you're out of tune, man. So, okay, well, get back in tune here. This is part of getting back in tune. See, when you tune a guitar, something's out of tune, you got to listen really carefully, right? And keep strumming. That's sadhu sangha. Well, keep strumming. There's what's out of tune. You tune it up, tune up back, tune up, tune it up, tune yourself up. There's something, So anyway, all that will happen here, hopefully, if the people stick. Okay, read this here.
Karuna Sidhudas, I feel we have to break this idea of class, but a chance for holding a scared space in Sadhu Sangha.
Probably sacred space in Sadhu Sangha. Break this idea of class. No, we don't want to break any ideas of class. This is definitely a class, my friends. You are getting instructed. I'm getting instructed and you're getting instructed. We don't want to break any idea of class. People need to say, this is a class where I learned something. So no, this is class also. It's Sadhu Sangha, and Sadhu Sangha is class. And relish and all, that's class too, that's part of the class, I learned so much about Krishna and this intimacy and that relish, isn't it, right? Those who are relishing mellows, just chanting his name and just being close to the Lord it's like volumes, man. It's great. And this is important too. I notice, after a lot of this, I just want to, Okay, read this here.
Shama Gauri, if you wouldn't show the real bhakti, nobody ever gets to know about it. The real existence of spontaneous loving devotional service to our Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, it would not be revealed, right? So then you just die without ever knowing anything about it. Thank God Lord Chaitanya showed something, and then people got it because he showed and taught. Not just showed, but taught. Just like here, show and teach, right? We're doing what he did. Therefore, you'll get the same result. That's why it's going here. They're not showing and teaching what we're teaching. Okay, for their level. But any greedy people out there in ISKCON or Gaudiya Smiti, Gaudiya Mata, if you haven't received what these devotees are getting, you got any real greed, this is the test. Oh, Gaudiya Smiti reading all about spiritual greed. We got spiritual greed. We're in the test, man. If you got spiritual greed here, you'll come here and get what we got, because what we got is real bhakti, man, real ecstatic devotion and real transcendental knowledge, real Guru of the universe teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Yeah, we're the test. Yeah, let's see if you've learned enough from your Narayan Raj and Prabhupada and all that. If not, you're going to die without this. And you're the proof. Man, if you don't have this Radha and Krishna dance in the temple, you will not cry ecstatic laughter, laugh, like a madman and choke up and everything when you're worshiping your lordships. That's why Lord Chaitanya came, and that's why we're here. That's the mission, is to show and tell and teach and attract those who want this. who are looking for this. But where's that light? Where is that light? Where is the light? The light is the preaching, is the demonstration, and the knowledge, the knowledge. Where is that? Well, I think it's here. I think we gone to something here. What do you guys think? Ball's in your court now. So Karuna says, I think it's more than like a picnic. Yeah, it's a picnic, but it's also not a picnic sometimes. I think you're probably thinking it's not such a picnic right now. Well, maybe right now it's a picnic because you're hearing and all this is going, and then maybe we'll get off, and then all of a sudden you're, rah, 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 so then it's not such a picnic anymore, is it? So sometimes it's a picnic. You come here, sadhu sangha, you listen, and it's very great and all this. And then if you stop listening for a while, maybe something else is happening, you know. You know, whatever it is. So, but it's all part of the teaching, all part of the discernment. So we're here steady with this. Many of us now, steady. Go ahead.
Freddy Boutsen, saying that Krishna is talking through me can be a way of the false ego to control others.
Yeah, that's a lot of that. That's why it's not clean yet. You don't worry. It's part of getting cleaned up here. It's all, you're all in process. Everybody's on their journey, learning what they're, going to learn and going through their process. It's individual. And yeah. And so there's, this, see, luckily you got a sangha like this because you can see if something in you is discordant. Otherwise, how would you know? You just go on. That's why you got to stay close to this. Otherwise, if you're in the something that's actually discordant energy, some false ego stuff, false identifications, you won't know that because you don't have any perspective. Here, you've got no choice but to come in tune. And I mean, you have a choice to go away, but here it's all about coming in tune so you can experience real bhakti, the highest bhakti. So as I said before, that's good. Your situation over there is good reflection for you, Karuna, to see what's going on in your own mind because you're all praising that. Over there, you praise, oh, this is so, oh, wonderful. Yeah, okay, well, I'm sorry, it doesn't add to anything to me. Matter of fact, I want to back off until you figure it out. And I think others too. You have to. It's like you can't bring this in. It has to transform and go deeper. Otherwise, it's intelligent. Like I've already had people here say, well, that's too, I got to back off from that. I don't trust it. See? Even though the person say, no, this is Krishna coming through and everything, but we know there's something not quite right yet. See, we know it. Otherwise, we wouldn't feel it. Because why? Why do we feel it? Because Radha and Krishna are really here. And when something gets out of sync and some other energy, it doesn't belong in Vrindavan. Doesn't want to. Krishna and Radha, they only like Vrindavan energy. It's like, yeah, and sometimes something. Anyway, all this stuff will get clear. I don't want to talk so much more. I got to rest the voice. Yeah, it's hot in the fire. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we'll stop now. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for coming.